Yo, Floss, morning. Good to see you guys. Well, it's 1 a.m. here on my night data. Good to see you all. So, it's quite hot here. I couldn't really sleep anymore. So, I decided, hey, let's have a stream. And as you can see, it's quite dark out because I am on the roof. And, well, that's the ocean in front of you. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you. Just wondering, what is truth? Huh. Because if you're sitting back and thinking about it, why is there so much deception in this whole flat earth arena? Why is there so much deception with anything involved with it though? It's a really an oddity to think about. Um, not sure if you can actually see anything, but the ocean is in front of me. We are literally going to be here for another one more sleep, and then it's home. But it's good to be here. There's the pool down there. So you can see I'm still here. But it's good to see you. Hey, McFly, good to see you, man. Glad you know. Yeah, doing it live. I've got some night data. I'm awake. It's 1 a.m. So I decided, hey, let's use the night data up. Why not? But it's good to see you guys. Please hit the likes, share the show. There is the link if anybody wants to come in and have a discussion. You can just discuss some truth. Discuss what is the truth and why is there so much deception in Flat Earth. This was not really a planned stream, but hey, we are here. Hopefully the sound is okay. Got a lot of lights around, as you can see. I would have loved to see the stars, but nothing really going on there. The clouds as usual. So yeah, it's good to see you guys. I think let's start off with, hey Ryan, what's up, man? Good to see you. Glad you could make it. I think let's start off with the big YouTuber names from the Flat Earth side. Some of them are very odd. I heard like Jeranism recently made a stream calling out flat earthers as dumb and gullible and stuff like that. So it does make you wonder: was Jeranism ever really a flat earther? I mean, everybody has been calling him out as a shill for. Hey, that's really cool. Someone's actually fishing down there. Got his torch out. Don't know if you can see that. But he's got his torch out there. Anyway, it's makes you wonder, was he just planted there as a shill, as everybody's been saying in the first place, which I do actually think it is, especially the way he's acting now, because I have seen saying this whole TFE thing has just been his way out of flat earth. He's been looking for a way out. Did he really believe it wasn't flat? I'm leaning more around the lines of yes. I'm leaning around the lines of he was just grifting, as they would say, that he was just trying to find, how can I put it, a opportunity to scam people for money. Because we've seen in the past with Jaren, he's done some really shady things like the money coin, altcoins things and stuff, and he's been really chop and change with a lot of things, which is really weird. But Fly says, yeah, I suffered through Jaren's 2 hour and 48 minute anti-flat earth rant. He goes hard against Weiss, but I couldn't help but feel everything he said was a lie. It was big, trust me, I'm not lying. That's an interesting thing there. That's what I said. This whole stream, I haven't been able to hear it because I've had Wi-Fi. So I'm going to have to watch everything and catch up on all that stuff when I am home. But listening to what people are saying about it intrigues me to think that, well, maybe this is his, I don't know, his way of coping. But it could just be, yeah, he's finding it now. He's doing a ranty, in other words, guys. He's kind of attacking all flat earth because it goes against his newfound way of looking at life. He's been duped. It's not a flat earth, it's globe. But again, this comes back to, is he being truthful now, or was he ever truthful? I don't think so. I don't think he was 100% truthful at all. That's just my take on it. I'm not sure. I can't really be 100% certain. Like everybody else, it's just opinion. I have called Jaren out for not telling the truth and stuff in the past. I'm still calling him out now today. And if he is attacking flat earthers and being anti-flat earth rant, then I should call him out for it, because that's what we do as truthers. I'm not sure if Jaren will actually, how can I put it, carry on with the whole scene. I think he's going to just transition into an anti-flat earth channel, become a fight the flat earth channel kind of thing, attack flat earth as much as possible and play the card as, well, I was once a flat earther, I know how stupid it is, blah 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 blah, all the nonsense. Hey Aziz, good to see you, man. Glenn Sals, what's up? Yeah, he says Jaren should have bought a ball compass. It's quite crazy. I still got a lot of trolls, anti-flat earther globies fighting for, because I showed the sunrise 5 degrees off. The excuses that's been coming, it's quite crazy. It's insane. Anyway, back to Jaren and them. I think they did really go to Argentina. I don't have doubts about that. But the thing that bothered me, I don't know if you guys realized, did they actually leave Argentina to go to Antarctica? I'm not really so sure about that. A lot of people believe so. I can say, okay, it's plausible that they did really go where they claimed, but there was a lot of fakery going along. I think it's also plausible that they just went to Argentina and then they had a studio there. It's very possible for that. So I'm going to be making a video on why I think that soon. Not saying that is the case. What's up, Dylan? Good to see you, man. Glad to see you all. If you guys want to come and have a discussion about this, please hit that link. It's good to see you. I wonder if I can. No, I can't put anything. But yeah, it's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. Okay, yeah. So that's Jaren. In other words, what is my thoughts on Jaren? I think he was a planted shell from the beginning, and I've been saying this all the time. This is just his way out to get out of the globe, to get out of the flat earth scene, to maybe become a glober and whatever. I think he's been seeing he's stagnated on his 100 or 150k subscribers or whatever it is, and he thinks he can get more if he becomes an anti-flat earther, which he probably will. Because I've been seeing a lot of globies actually been supporting and sticking up for Jaren because of this nonsense. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the super chat, Godzilla. You rock. Appreciate everybody. You are awesome. I don't know how much to say. Thank you for all the blessings you guys have helped this channel this year. I really appreciate it, and I don't deserve you guys. How can I put it that way? You guys are awesome. Really, thank you very, very much. Wait till you see the footage showing no footprints show up in the snow. Yeah, that's one thing I was also realizing when we were watching the live. We didn't really see any footprints, but I thought maybe it's just from the resolution. But remember, they said 4K images and some is 7K apparently, so we'll see. Let's see who's in. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Ugh. Okay, so when it comes to Witit, okay, Witit, that's a different one. Witit, I think he's kind of stuck in between. Witit, I really do think he knows it's flat. He's been kind of roped in with the whole Globebusters thing with there we go. I'm gonna put this up. No, I don't deserve you, Ryan. I don't deserve you guys. That's so true. What's up, Into the Break? Good to see you. But yeah, I don't think Witit really intended to be stuck in this whole thing. I think he was kind of roped into it thanks to Jeren and the Glowbusters crew. Um, he does know Flat, but he's got an issue though because they might have something on him. Yeah, the sound of the ocean is mesmerizing. It's awesome. It's something I'm going to miss for sure. Really do enjoy it. Sorry that you guys can't see anything really, but you can see the pool if you really want to. Yeah, Witit's vape thing. That once again tells me that he has been deceptive. We saw live where he says, I'm going to go and get myself gloves because his hand's cold, but his hands weren't even red. Goes off screen, comes back, no gloves, goes to the back and picks up snow from a weird angle. And then decides, hey, let me show you guys the breath. When we saw another video later on from another camera angle, it shows the breath, but shows him going to fetch his vape. And why is he anyway trying to show when they said there is no breath to show? What's up, PJ? Good to see you,
How
man.
you doing? Yeah, I would say it's good to see you, but I can't. It's dark,
That's
man.
true.
I didn't know you were
What's up,
going
man?
live.
I thought you sleep maybe.
No, I just finished going live the second. I just finished my live.
Okay.
Just the second. Yeah. I was just saying bye to everybody in my chat. Then I was saying bye to Roger backstage in StreamYard, and then Vicky says, "Oh, Flats is live." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I was awake and I thought I had night data.
Mm.
Let's use it up.
I was just after me telling everybody in my chat, right, guys, you won't see Flats till after the new year. There you go. I just contradicted myself.
But it's good to see you, man. How's it going?
Yeah, good to see you too, bro.
It's good. I see some people in the chats again. Good to see you guys. Let me put the link in again. So what's your take on the whole truth community, PJ?
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, did you see Karen B's meltdown on Solve and things like that? That was nuts. I mean, she quite literally called herself. She called all flat earthers tards. You know what I mean? So was she putting herself, categorizing herself in that category? Was she putting herself in that category, or is she saying I'm not a flat earther like you? I'm above you. You know? Do we have to? Is she the venerated one? You know?
But that's a good one. Yeah.
But as for why would Witit fake? I mean, faking your breath like with a vape doesn't prove that they faked Antarctica at all. But it's just more evidence towards fakery. And why would you? Why would you do that if you're not faking it all? Why fake your breath? You know?
Yeah.
Good question, man. It is.
It's crazy.
What's up, Roger? I'm trying to figure out how to
Hey.
do the layout on here. It won't let me change anything. Why?
It's mighty dark where you are, man.
It won't let me change any.
Really, Luca. No kidding, dude.
There we go.
That's not what was happening, Luca. You got asked what a vape looked like. He was trying to put it off as his breath, Luca.
Yeah, we watched him do it from both sides, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for an anti-flat earth troll, Luca. I'm not in the mood for an anti-flat earth troll, Luca, to come and say, "Oh, I saw footprints. I saw smoke. I saw gloves." No, you didn't. You're just an idiot, and you just want to come and troll.
Exactly.
They had to keep Jaren's ass covered because he's going straight to the ball and he wants ether in a universe.
What's up, cats? Oh, sorry.
Hey,
what's up, cats? Haven't seen you in a long time.
Conspiracy cats in the house.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Hey, what's up, man?
Where's the guitar collection, man? Let's see it.
How you doing, man?
Hey guys, how you doing? You all right?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, man. That's a surprise. How's it going?
Long time, man. A long time.
Am I blocked from the chat? I was posting some comments in the chat, and every time I refreshed, they were gone. But I know I'm not blocked because you reply to me sometimes. So like,
yeah. I didn't see anything. I will check. But as far as I know, you're not blocked.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I was. But I did ask her, like, can I come on or whatever. So how you doing, guys?
Ah, good in yourself, man.
Good.
Flats, I'm going to be honest, right? We don't see eye to eye, but I absolutely love the way you are smashing Dell in all your streams about Dell. Like, to me, it's hilarious. Like you're wrong and he's wrong, but you are absolutely destroying him. Like he's way more wrong than you are. Like it's hilarious.
Well, I want to ask you something, Cats. Is there such thing as a pull force?
As a pull force. Thing is, like the way we teach at school, because obviously I'm a science teacher. When you get to A level, like the fundamental forces, you've got the gravitational force, electromagnetic force, weak force, strong force. Nobody talks about push or pull. So like it's all directional. You can't. It's a silly thing. Like all forces can be boiled down to the fundamental forces, and nobody says pull or push. What Dell has done, he's taken like a 10-year-old's understanding of contact and non-contact forces, and then he's believed like, oh, I fucking discovered something amazing, and gone on a rant about it.
Yeah, it's like static. It's like static electricity is not a pull force. It's like, okay, show me where I pushed it, please.
Yeah, sure, push, yeah. It's electromagnetic, gravitational, whatever. Like he's I mean, bless him, he is trying. And I do, to be honest, I do believe that about Dell. I do believe he is trying. I mean, but he has to come from himself. Like he doesn't want to listen to anyone else. He wants to believe he's the pinnacle.
But you see, that's the thing. That's the whole thing. What I'm saying with this whole truth stream, I've seen, especially in a lot of flat earthers, especially the big names, they want to always be right. Doesn't matter what you say, what you present. They will be right. If you're wrong, they're going to excommunicate you, like Witit did to us. And
no, it's
insanity.
It's good that you could say that, guys. That Dell's more wrong than Flats. I mean, I don't believe Flats is wrong, but you know what I mean. You're saying he's more wrong than Flats because a lot of Globers would say he's more right than Flats.
Yeah, he's doing the equivalency principle.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, yeah. He's working Einstein's math, man. Come on.
You look a little bit younger, Cats. What you been doing?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I dropped a bit of weight. Me and Flatzoid. In fact, Flatzoid, I've got a bone to pick with him. About 8 months ago, when he was doing his Fitzoid channel, we challenged each other to a pull-up competition, right? So I was like, right, I'm going to do this. So every single day, I was doing 50 pull-ups. Now, not in one go, obviously not in one go.
Yeah.
But to beat him in like we said, 6 months from now, we'll do it. And because I was doing that many pull-ups, I ripped a fucking tendon in my hand, and
and that sucks, man.
I can't play guitar anymore. I can't like form a chord or anything like that. It was bloody awful. He's handicapped me.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, no, I still do my pull-ups, but the maximum I can get in one go is 17. I just can't get past that.
That's amazing. I've never gone past 14. Never gone past. My goal is like 20. A life goal will be 20. I've never hit 17. But I'm slowly coming back. I can do like a couple now, and it's getting there. But 20 will be amazing. I mean, 17, man. That's
yeah. But I mean, even that's amazing. Getting even 15 was like a huge achievement.
It's amazing that how many people in how many normal people can do 5? Not many.
Yeah.
I just realised, Roger. I just finished my stream on YouTube. I forgot to stop it in Rumble.
Oh, no.
It's still going in Rumble.
Good gravy.
Have to stop it now.
It's getting dark in here.
Typical.
Almost as dark as Flats. There's light.
Hey, Roger.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys can't see me. It's kind of dark. It's only like 20:1 in the morning.
You got no moonlight at all, do you?
No, it's just clouds.
Yeah.
At least I got the view of someone fishing down there with a torch. Well, they did. They're finished now.
Nice.
That's about it. Can't really see much. But what do you think about the flat horizon, Kets?
The flat horizon. perfectly predictable.
Of course.
And not as
Yeah, the Earth's flat, man.
Yep.
Flats. I never asked you this, or PJ, or I'm sorry, the other guy. I'm not
It's
sure.
Roger's my name, dude.
Roger. Sorry, Roger. I never asked.
Sorry.
What was your prediction before the final experiment?
Prediction? Oh,
Yeah.
there's not
Prediction about.
I always thought it was underhanded. I thought it was something dodgy about it, but I wouldn't have said there was a 24-hour sun. I would, myself, in my head, there still isn't a 24-hour sun. But I still believe that if there was definite proof of this 24-hour sun, they came back and gave us legit footage, did a 24-hour live stream. It was all above board. It wouldn't change my perspective on flat Earth. It wouldn't. It just means there's something else we don't know. Like, these are the things we know least about anyway. The sun, the moon, bottom of the sea, the skies, the illuminations. These are the things we know least about, let alone what we don't even know what it is. In the flat Earth, we don't know what it is. And we claim, we say that we don't know what it is. So these are the things we know least about. So it wouldn't change the fact that we've got flat Earth observations, flat Earth measurements. Guys, you need containment, for gas pressure. It doesn't change any of that. It just means there's something we don't know. I still haven't seen any of it for the 24-hour sun.
Let's just get a lot of wind, PJ.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah. If everybody knows me, I've always been vocal about saying with the Arctic suns precisely that if it was real, why would they need to fake it? So we've seen a lot of faked footage out there. And that's why I do believe it's not there. And now with this whole TFE thing, look, they could have done it, but there's so much fakery going on with it. It's hard to trust what they did. You understand? I still am on the thing with saying it still doesn't really matter if there is a 24-hour sun or anything. It doesn't disprove or prove a flat Earth whatsoever.
No.
So if there is a 24-hour sun, which I can accept, how's that going to make it not flat anymore? It's not going to change any observations or anything we've ever made that shows it to be flat.
I'm with Oakley on it, dude. He did his first test with the azimuthal globe prediction, and it doesn't match up. None of it does. Even your predictions don't match up on the globe necessarily. You may hit and miss here and there, but there's a lot that you miss. Your predictions aren't spot on. Even with like the last eclipse, you were off on that with the globe there. The last full eclipse, the one that went through Arkansas through the mid-United States, it was off. So I don't think there's an accurate prediction out there, dude.
I mean, like, we disagree and all that, but like, I've not jumped on to argue. You know what I mean? I've jumped on for a laugh and a bit of banter, and I'm going to be honest, Flats. You are in my video tomorrow, and I've included the 35-kilometer fumble. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I've just got to tell you that you're in there.
Knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but I've not been nasty about it.
No, it's fine. I'm man enough to say I fumbled because I was put on the spot, and then I was concentrating on other stuff. It does happen.
Hey, Cookie Monster's in.
Yeah, he's in. What's up, Ryan?
All right, cool. Hey, Ryan.
Okay.
Not much.
Can I just
we got company.
Sorry, Roger. I've got an internet lag here, so I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Cass. You're up.
No. My internet's slow, and I'm conscious that I've spoken over you. I didn't mean to. You crack on. I'll come in that later.
Well, we were saying that you were here. I was just telling Ryan.
Sorry, the internet's
That's fine.
Internet's terrible.
Yeah.
I get it in meetings all the time when I'm at work. My internet's pretty awful. Okay, so I've got just one question I want to ask. So you're saying that the observation itself on the final experiment doesn't really mean anything. It just is what it is, but it doesn't mean anything in terms of the global flat Earth. But then in other comments, you're saying that they haven't actually been there. It's a fake. It's a con. So what I would say is, like, why would they need to fake or con something that doesn't actually mean anything anyway?
Because the whole not final experiment is pushed as a die all or be all thing. You understand? So they have to push it as, okay, it's going to be the death of either flat Earth or just, disprove the globe or whatever. Because it's positioned in a way for gullible people that don't really understand what's going on. They're going to say, oh, yeah, okay, fine. Because it's pushed on the straw man, fallacious, false dichotomy argument that they don't really realize, they're just going to accept it and say, okay, cool. Therefore, it's a globe. Because why? Because Will Duffy said so. Because flat Earth can't work without a sun. I mean, Will Duffy, till this day, still hasn't addressed my false dichotomy argument. He still hasn't addressed anything. He just literally just hand waves it and dismisses it.
Whoa, man.
Windy.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Flats, I'm going to put myself on mute for a minute because I'm going to take the dog out for a pee. Busting. I've just done a full stream and she needed to pee then, and then I noticed that Flats was on, so I'll just put myself on mute.
Don't scare her. She won't pee. I'm going to take a trip down to Antarctica next year. I got a GoFundMe going. I want to run a live stream. The one thing they failed to do during this so-called experiment. I'm going to do that next year if I can.
But yeah, what is your thoughts, Katz, on what the sun does? Does it matter if it's flat or globe because of that?
Well, I went on You Are Mocked podcast, which you've been on, Flats, as well. I really enjoyed listening.
Yeah, I like him. Chris is awesome.
He's a great guy. And he asked me the question about the final experiment. And I'll be honest, my answer was this. My answer from the very beginning was they are going to see a 24-hour sun. You are going to see it. And then two things are going to happen. One is they're going to be called shills by the people they admit that to, which they have been. And the other one is they'll just say it doesn't matter anyway because we don't have a model to debunk. So your 24-hour sun doesn't debunk anything because we haven't got a model to debunk. So I guess that's my thoughts. I think my thoughts are that you haven't got a model to debunk, and therefore it doesn't debunk your model because you haven't got one.
I agree. Yes, we don't have a model, just like your globe doesn't have a model, have models. With the shill thing, though, if you have realized that Jeran, especially Jeran and Witit, they've been calling him shills way before this whole TFE thing. So it's weird.
We've been running him since he decided the science didn't prove anything. We've been giving him hell. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on me then? Lifelong science teacher, right? And I've been called a liar, abuser of children, pedophile, all these things because I teach science to kids, right? And science teachers indoctrinate kids. They do this, they do that, the other. Like now we're all here talking friendly. What is your honest opinion of genuine science teachers who work in schools?
I don't have an issue with teaching science or anything. I mean, you guys are taught anyway globe rhetoric. I mean, you have to admit that. So that's practically what you have to teach. You have to teach what the curriculum tells you to teach. I wouldn't call you a PDF file or any of that stuff or a child abuser because I even get called that just because I am a father. It's like, okay, thank you. I don't really agree with that, even though I don't agree with what you teach, though. It's what you've been taught, and it's the school system. So it's not meaning you deceptive or anything. It's just what you teach.
Yeah, we don't want to bring people's family or drag people's name through the mud. We want to judge you by your work and what you actually
But I mean, look
teach.
at it this way, Katz. If you had to go now against what your curriculum teaches, you'll lose your license. You'll lose your teaching license and you'll lose everything because you're not teaching what you're supposed to teach. So it's a hard one.
I'll address that because I don't know. Obviously, we're in different countries, right? So I don't know what education is like in your countries. And for schools in the UK, we do have a final exam that the kids have got to pass. But when it comes to the actual what is taught inside an individual school for science, the head of department, and I was a head of science, and I was, me personally, was responsible for deciding what the schemes of work were for Key Stage 3, Key Stage 4, which is like 11 to 16, and for physics as well, which is 16 to 18. I was personally responsible. I wasn't told by anybody. I was responsible. So I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding with that. It's like, well, if this teacher says something, it's because it's been dictated to him. Nothing was dictated to me. I was personally responsible for deciding that curriculum for our kids.
Well, let's put it this way. If you had to go now and say, okay, guys, gravity doesn't exist, so I'm going to now teach incoherent dielectric acceleration, like whatever the rubbish that Witit and them teach, would you be able to do that? Or are you allowed to do that?
Schools can literally, especially with the in the UK, I don't know what it's like where you are, Roger, or the US or Scotland, but in England, I'm saying they can especially with the academization, can present their own curriculum. That's not a problem, as long as they fit the GCSEs. So if I believed that, I think Ofsted would have a problem because there's no scientific evidence backing it up. But I could go in and I could do that if I believe that.
Well, here in the U.S., no, they have a strict public school curriculum. You can do homeschooling and you can change it. You can go to private schools and you can have people learn that way. But otherwise, the mainstream curriculum is exactly they have to go by the book. That's the way it works over here.
Yeah, it's the same here. Even if you do homeschooling, you still have to teach what they teach. So let's say that the school teaches about gravity and the planets. Even if you don't agree with it, you still have to teach it because it's part of the curriculum, and they're in exams still have that in there. So it's not really something you can just chop and change as you feel.
You see, over here, I remember an RE teacher we had, RE, religious education. I don't know what you call it over in your places, but religious education for us. And I remember we never argued or fell out or anything like that, but it was always fun because we would teach, obviously, evolution in the classroom, and we'd talk about the scientific evidence for it. But being an RE teacher, he would just say, no, the Bible says this, the Bible says that. And he would tell the kids evolution just isn't real. He would tell them that as a fact without any scientific basis or backing. But we would tell them, yes, it is real, and we'd give them the scientific backing and backing for that. So the kids do get multiple viewpoints.
Huh. Well, I would love to see the scientific backing for evolution, man. I've been dying to look for it for the last 6 years since I dug into the topic in any form.
Roger, can I gauge from that you have a religious reason for saying that?
Well, not a religious one. No, I've actually looked at the fossil evidence that's been presented by a few other people who've looked into it themselves, man. It has no real origins. It's a lot of assumptions over a long period of time. Ooh, Flats.
But are you religious? Like, do you believe in creation?
I'm a Christian creationist for sure.
Yeah, I was raised Christian. I was raised in the church. Definitely were. But here's the other point: your definition of religion, what the word actually means, is something you do daily and consistently. That's what religion is. I don't put doctrine in there. You can take all the doctrine in the world. If you don't live it daily, you're not in a religion. Okay, that's the way I look at religion.
So sorry, Roger.
Go ahead.
So yeah, sorry. It's my lag. I don't mean to speak over you if that happens.
You didn't. I can't really hear over Flats' wind right now. It's just hard to.
I've got the wind myself. So listen, if I was to say this to you, okay, obviously nobody can disprove the existence of God. Like, I'm not. I don't believe in God myself, but I understand that nobody can disprove his existence. So I'm not going to poo-poo anybody that does believe in God. But if I was to say, okay, God exists, but because if you believe he exists, he's all powerful, he can do whatever he wants in whatever way he wants. why could he not have created life through the mechanism of evolution and left the scientific signposts to say he did?
Well, that's the thing. You do get a lot of Christians which are evolutionists. I don't know if you know inspiring philosophy.
Or even Kit Hovind actually looks at it like that too. Yeah.
Okay, inspiring philosophy. Yeah, he is a Christian evolutionist. He believes that God created the Earth to evolve. But then again, all that premise is based on the globe as well. If we take it biblically, and you have to take Genesis literal, just like it's a historical narrative, there is no evolution in there. It doesn't fit the narrative, and because we are flat earthers as well, there is no time span for evolution to take place as well. So it's a bit difficult, especially if you're a Christian flat earther, to try and even wiggle evolution in there somehow. With the Glober, it is more, I can just take it poetically, and I can just say evolution is a God-given created thing. But as a flat earther, I don't think it's something you can wiggle in there. If you're a Christian flat earther, there is no wiggle room for evolution.
It's pretty much by the book, right, Flats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is because I remember we had an argument in the comments section before, and I said to you that you Flatzoid, that you believe in the flat Earth purely because of the Bible, and you were saying, well, no, I'm not. I don't believe in it because of the Bible, but it's sounding now like you do. Is that?
Well,
am I right?
Remember, I was always a Christian globe earther. When I didn't come to flat Earth because of the globe.
I mean,
so that's why I say it's just the Bible just affirms the flat Earth. I came as a flat earther looking at observations and testing everything out for myself. The reading it in the Bible and it was just a confirmation. It wasn't because Bible, therefore flat Earth.
No, it's exactly the same for me. I mean, I was a Christian before I was a flat earther. Yeah, I read what it said, and always thought, well, why that doesn't sound like a globe to me. You know what I mean? But I just took it as like what I was taught. It's just what they thought back in them days. It was just their way of expressing it or whatever. Or it's poetic or allegorical or whatever. But it definitely supports it. I mean, after seeing Flat Earth, the penny just dropped for me when I seen some videos and then researched a little bit. But there was no cold dish for me. The penny just kind of dropped, and then I seen it in the Bible. Then I seen that what Genesis said made sense, and what Psalm said made sense, and what Isaiah said made sense. And what Revelation said made sense.
Yeah. Let's for instance take when. Yeah. In Joshua 10, when God stopped the sun from moving, okay? When I was a glober, it wasn't something that really bothered me because you would think, okay, yeah, it's just God stopped the sun. You don't think of it as, okay, God had to stop the earth from moving, so the sun appeared to stop or whatever. But when you become into flat earth, you realize, whoa, this totally contradicts what has been taught. God would have to stop the earth, not the sun, and it just doesn't fit or comport with anything.
So that's really a conundrum. Can I bring us back on topic for a second? Because we were talking about the experiment, right? Well, I'm talking about
topic, dude.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go back. He said about predictions, and he was going into psychological predictions of what we were going to say or what we were going to do instead of actually what the predictions actually were going to show. That it kind of veered off from that, and then he brought up the evolution thing. I just wanted to say, because you could predict what people are going to say, that's not a scientific prediction at all. That's just kind of like, I know what you're going to do to the people when they actually say what we think they're going to say. That has nothing to do with any of the topic to start with. The actual observation is what we're looking at. We got to break it down to that. We haven't got a full look at the observation at all.
I think even Will Duffy conceded that it's not scientific. It's just the name he gave it.
Yeah, to get people's attention. Yeah, I mean, we don't agree on evolution. We're not going to agree on it. There's a lot of things, a lot of gaps you got to fill before I'll even take a second look at it. I've been over on Quantum Eraser's channel, and I've looked through his evidence that he debated evolution for years, dude. and he has pretty much every topic covered that you guys do. So I'm not going to go, duh, I'm a Christian, therefore evolution can't be true. I've actually looked at what he's shown in his debates over evolution. So you don't have a whole lot of proof for the topic itself. It's just like a hope. Like we want to evolve and we're going to keep evolving. Okay, I understand what evolution pushes. All right, that's all I wanted to say on that topic. So.
No, it's a good. I mean, and I'm not here to debate. I've not come on for like. I know how it goes. You come on to debate, it ends up in an argument. I'm not doing that. But I did do my master's degree in evolutionary biology, and all I do to the top.
Oh yeah, like protocells,
quantum arrays.
Well, no, he digs in it deep enough. What are the three? I can't remember right off the top of my head, but yeah, I can't talk. Sorry.
Well, the thing that really bothers me with evolution is there's no protocell.
That's what I was going to put out there. Do you have any?
I mean, I often feel. Oh, sorry, it's my internet's taking a shit. Sorry, carry on.
No, we're waiting to hear if you have anything to any point reference for a protocell in nature. Yeah.
It doesn't. We don't really need to because he definitely doesn't. Yeah, sorry, because it's like we're definitely not going to agree on evolution, so we don't need to debate on evolution there.
Yeah. Okay.
But what are your thoughts though, Cats, on Jeren and Witit and them? Do you think they were truthful even before this whole TFE thing, and what do you think? What's your prediction now on what the channels are going to do?
Sorry, my internet buffered. What I think you said was, what is my prediction on Jeranism? Was he truthful, and what he's going to do in the future? Am I right with that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Jeranism will find a different flat Earth model to accommodate what he's seen. I think Witit will do the same, and that's what I said on the UR Sorry,
but that's the odd thing. Jeren is now insulting flat earthers and everybody, so it seems that he's going more to the globe side.
Yeah.
Witit, I would say, is still going to stay flat earth because he understands. Yeah, it's not going to change anything. But when it comes to Jeren, I think he's going to become another anti-flat earther.
Well, what you said there is actually what my video tomorrow is about. Like you said, he's insulting other flat earthers, and I'll be honest. I went back and I found a video that he made about Tiger Dan. I don't know how many people remember Tiger Dan, but he was a flat earther. He left flat earth. And one of the reasons he left flat earth was because he researched into Antarctica. And he came up with a lot of opinions about Antarctica in terms of the 24-hour sun and how many people can go there. And Tiger Dan and Jeranism, made a video about Tiger Dan saying, oh no, people, when they go to Antarctica, there's no windows in the plane, and they're being taken to a secret island, and all of the accusations that are being levelled that he's losing his shit about. He made a video tomorrow to show the parallels that Jeranism is kind of reaping what he sowed in terms of, accusing Tiger Dan, and now he's been accused of the same thing.
Well, that's gonna be interesting. The guys should definitely go watch the video.
Yeah, that sounds like I haven't seen Tiger Dan in a long time. Anything from him? Where did he go, anyways? He's gone. He's not even on topic anymore.
No, he. When I first came on the scene, I think about 6 months before, he'd gone. So he is before my time. I never spoke to him or anything.
I've only seen videos from him. I've never seen him do a live or been on the internet at all.
Cats, you still in touch with Randy?
Sorry, PJ. Just say that again.
Cats. Do you maybe have a link for your video that's premiering tomorrow?
I've not recorded it yet. I've got it in my movie maker. I've got all the clips, but I need to film the.
Okay. Well, guys, just look out for Cat's channel. Maybe just stick your channel link in there so people can watch for it.
What I was saying is, do you still hear from Randy?
Sorry, PJ.
I'll say it, PJ. He wants to know if you've heard from Ranty. or thing. Yeah.
Must be from Ranty. Sorry, my internet is
No
shit.
stress, man.
Ranty. We used to speak every day. We used to speak every day for a long time, and then as life goes, it kind of got less and less. So I've not spoke to him, I think, for about 6 months.
No, I mean,
But how was he doing last that you saw him there?
Yeah, we haven't had for a long time in running.
He was very happy. He was very, very happy last time I spoke to him. And I'm chuffed for him for that. He was very, very, very happy.
Cool. No, it's like we haven't really had since Flatspective, really. Did a bit in Flatspective, didn't he, then? Haven't had much since then.
I'm sorry if I'm speaking over people. My internet is really shit.
You didn't.
We're waiting for you.
If I do, tell me, because it's not on purpose.
No, I know. Can see that you've roboted out a few times. So
yeah. How do I sound? You can hear what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You're awesome, loud and clear.
Usually I'm not. When I first started getting on Flax's panel, I was all over the place, man. First time on the internet.
Still the noisiest one.
Yep. Nice.
But what's your thoughts on Witit faking his breath using a vape? And I mean, I don't know if you saw us when we were watching his live that time before he came here. He went to go get gloves, and then he went to play snow, and he still didn't have gloves on. Then later footage, which they show with other videos, he had gloves on. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't read anything into that at all. Like, you know, to me, it's so small compared to the big issue, which was a 24-hour sun. I don't understand why people would focus on that. Like, why would he need to feel the need to fake, you know, his breath?
That's my point.
When the focus is 24-hour sun, because I don't think, you know, but that's what I mean. I don't think for a second he was. I just think that's what they saw.
That's the thing. This is
And
why
it was
it's
an
just these
attempt.
red flags that go up. Like, if it's true, why do you need to fake anything? And that when you look at stuff like this, you're like, ooh, what does that say about everything you're saying? I mean, it kind of tarnishes any validity anybody says, because you kind of caught out faking stuff the whole time.
But I mean, I think, how do you know that's faked? Is what I'm saying. Like let's say me and you had a bet, and I wanted to bet that I could jump 2 meters across the ground, and then before I jumped 2 meters across the ground, I had a can of Coke, and my hand was covering the label, and you said, "Oh, it's Diet Coke, not real Coke. That's Diet Coke." Why would you fake that? It doesn't. Obviously, I'm not faking that. You know, obviously, he's not faking his breath, because that's not going to make any difference to the actual thing, which was a 24.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, that doesn't
to me, that's
change.
very
Yeah, I agree. That doesn't change whether you see the sun or not. But the point is, why do you need to fake things if it's the truth? Why you can just say, look, I can't show you my breath because you can't see breath in Antarctica. Great, there we go, sorted. But instead, he had to go fetch his vape. You saw in another video, on another camera, where he literally went and fetched his vape and had to bend down, put the vape and say, "Oh, see, there's the air." Why do you need
he
to
used
do
the
that?
vape for his actual breath and tried to present it as such. I think a lot of people gave him flack because they were asking him about that before he left. I think a lot of the FB Nation was like, I want to see your breath down there. Make sure you're down there. It's like he's trying. He was really faking it. He was trying to. It looked like it.
It's very windy.
He's on the beach, man.
So this wind is getting bad up here, guys.
I think he's surfing, but I think he's actually surfing.
I mean, I've got no love for Witit or whatever, but you know, I mean, for God's sake, he was just breathing and having a vape. I don't understand, because the thing is, why would you overcomplicate a lie? Like that's the point. Why would you overcomplicate one? If they are all setting it up and it's a deliberate fucking ruse and that kind of thing, why would you overcomplicate it by putting something like that in, as something for people to pick up on? You wouldn't. Like, if you're intelligent enough to fake all of that, why would you go, oh, I know what would be a good idea. Let's get a vape and stand here and show people we can see the breath.
Because people in his chat kept asking about why can't we see your breath?
Your breath.
So it was a constant question, and he wasn't answering. He's like, I don't know. And then eventually that happened. So I don't see why he would, but I mean, even it being fake, right? It still doesn't mean that if you fake that, it doesn't mean the rest of it's fake. That doesn't mean that at all. But it asks the question, why would he? Why do it?
Yeah.
So PJ, if you're saying it doesn't mean the rest of it is fake, are you saying that maybe he faked breath, but the 24-hour sun is real? Is that
at the minute, I haven't seen any evidence for it being real, but I did suppose at one point that it looked real enough, but it still looked kind of uncanny valley to me, but it did look real enough. Yeah, it did for a bit. But it still wouldn't, even if it was, it wouldn't change my opinion of flat Earth. But no,
Well,
I haven't
I've
seen,
got another
I
question
haven't
for
seen
Cats,
any
though.
evidence for it yet. I haven't seen.
I've got another question for Cats, though. How
ahead.
does it make you? How do you think it makes the globe defenders feel that this final experiment thing has backfired and made more flat earthers?
I'll be absolutely honest, mate, and I know I'm stuck in a string with 3 flat earthers, and I'm not saying this to deliberately upset anybody, but I think when it comes from the people who aren't flat earthers, the whole final experiment is literally an excuse to laugh at flat earthers when they go down there and they see there is a 24-hour sun, and they've got to admit to the fact there's a 24-hour sun, and then we get to see the backlash, which is accusing the people of being involved as being shills, etc. I absolutely do not believe it's caused more flat earthers. So maybe you think it has caused more flat earthers. I think it's been a source of entertainment. But I said this to you or Mott. I never thought for a second this would be a meaningful experiment. I thought it would be a very, very expensive piece of entertainment.
Well, it's definitely not an experiment to start with. That's the first go. That's the first get. Your average normie's going to look at it and go, "Whoa, they're experimenting. They're going to prove a globe Earth." That's what they walk out on the street, talk to anybody.
Well, would you agree with me? Because I said this a while back as well, that this could just be a kind of social experiment, quote unquote.
So is that to me or to?
Yeah, it's you. Would you also agree that it could be just quote unquote a colloquial social experiment?
I think it was done in good faith, because let's not forget, Will Duffy, the guy who put it in place, is also somebody I think is a science denier. He's a creationist, and I put creationism and flat Earth on the same level of science denial. I'm not trying to have a go at anyone here, but we're all honest about where our stances are. I do not put Will Duffy ahead of flat earthers in terms of his understanding. He was the person who put this thing in place, and he's got his own flaws. I don't think he's clever enough to do that kind of thing.
Well, I wouldn't put him in a creationist field, though. He thinks he's like a god himself, and he can make the Bible do what it wants it to. It's his own personal jungle gym. He gets to do anything with it. He can make it say anything he wants to. That's not a true creationist in my book. That's actually somebody. It's I don't know, narcissist would be a good word for it. He's got a hold of a Bible, and he's got a hold of a few people that he can guide like that, dude. That's jacked up. Okay, and he's coming down here with Bob Enyart's like rhetorical dogma that in Hebrew that even the Earth's crust is actually a firmament, which even the Hebrew scholars will laugh you out of the room if you walk in and say shit like that. So he's far from any kind of biblical scholar or knowledgeable at all. So he's not even clever enough to pull off this final experiment. Matter of fact, the observations don't match what your globe actually predicts. At 24 hours of sun is not the full prediction. There's more to it than just that. So that didn't prove anything about the globe, and that's what's on the line with the 24-hour sun. It has to be just like it is in the north. The predictions have to match. They don't. Dude, I've looked into it enough to see that there's a few flaws in what they're showing us. There's a few real good critics that are actually well in depth with camera work that are looking into this too. If you could hear what I said, yeah.
No. I heard what you said. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not here to debate, because debates turn into it. Like me and Flatzoid have debated, and it's a heated head-to-head thing, and there's a winner and a loser. I'm here to have a chat. You know, you've said what you've got to say. I disagree. You know, everybody watching knows I disagree.
I'm sure they do.
I don't have to argue with you.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's an understanding me and Kat have, at least. We can agree to disagree. We can be civil with each other. And I mean,
I'm not
Kat
being
is actually
uncivil.
a nice guy.
Yeah.
And we don't have to really always debate every time we talk as well. It's not really necessary.
I got you. I want Katz to take his channel back. Go get it, man. McToon's making a mess out of it.
Well, I've got another one. I've got another one now.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, and Flats, you're going to be on it tomorrow. And I am sorry, mate. I'm going to give you a fair warning. I do include your 35-kilometer gap. But I mean, what can I say? I just couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
I know it's going to be expected still to come a long time, just like with Anthony and the equilateral triangle. So.
Yes, yeah, it's one of them.
But guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to end the stream about here because my battery's quite low, and I see the Night Dart has got 50 megs left.
Oh, you got a nice panoramic there, don't you? Is that the city down below?
Yeah, there's the swimming pool because I'm on the roof.
Nice.
You can make it from here. Jump.
Kidney shaped swimming pool.
Jump. Hey, I've been tempted to jump on this other roof here.
Nice.
But I don't think I'll take the chance.
No.
Physics still applies, guys.
Yeah. Well, the Earth's coming to get you, dude. It's going to hit you right in the ass.
Yeah. Well, I want to say thank you guys for coming. Sorry we got to end it like this. Katz, it was good seeing you, man. We should actually have a conversation sometime.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It's nice to meet you for the first time, man. I've seen you on the line, but I've never talked to you at all.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Good to see you again, dude. I haven't seen you for a little while. Since the last time it was Flats. I think.
But yeah, guys, thanks for coming. This is obviously my last stream until I am home. So I'll see you guys probably in a few days or something. It'd be great.
What day are you home again, Flats?
Sorry?
What day are you home again?
We still got one more night and we're leaving. I should be home in about 3 days.
Right. Got you.
Where are you?
I am now in KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, Muvongo, on holiday.
Cool.
I have no idea where that is. No idea.
He's still in South Africa.
I know, but I don't know where in South Africa. Somewhere.
Enjoy.
But yeah, it's good to see you guys. Appreciate you all. Appreciate everybody in the chats. Thank you for the super chats. Hit the likes, share the show. I'll see you all again. May the pressure